This is happiness, to be everything at once. Be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Mood Prep. My name is Dave Nixon, and I'm going to share with you today a conversation that I had with my Thai coach. So I do Thai kickboxing once or twice a week, sometimes once a fortnight at this stage. I mean, I've done it for on and off, mostly on, for a decade, a bit longer now, 12 years. I really highly recommend people to do a martial art. It's a big part of my conversation with people around mastering their physicality or integrating their physicality and their mental, I suppose, emotional space as well. It's a beautiful way to do so. And in the book, I think I mentioned it, The Inner Game of Tennis. There was a sentence there that said, you don't use focus to develop your tennis. Use tennis to develop your focus, right? Now, you could swap the word focus for Zen, for consciousness, for awareness, for presencing. There's a couple of words for essencing. There's a couple of words you could swap it for. The point of it is that rather than trying to use this inner stability to develop external skill or an objective skill, you can make any skill, anything that you're doing, an opportunity to develop focus or Zen, etc. Meditation of sorts. And this is why you might hear people go on a weekend, or a week long or a fucking fortnight long retreat with some sort of master, and they get there and the first thing they have to do is clean their house, and they've paid thousands of dollars for it, and they're like, the fuck do I have to clean the house? This is horseshit. This is stupid. I paid all this money and the first thing I have to do here is clean the fucking windows. And then after a while, cleaning, they start to just basically zone out, but by zoning out they're zoning in, right? And all their chatter, all the monkey mind kind of disappears. And there they are, using cleaning a window to develop their focus, their Zen. They're just doing what they're doing at that point in time. And this is what it is, hey, it's like, do what you're doing when you're there. When you're doing what you're doing, just do that. Don't try and do the things before it or replay the things after it. Just be okay and do that. And it's quite interesting. I managed to... I projected. I remember thinking, my partner, she's just fucking trying to fit too many things in. I remember thinking this late last week, over the weekend. And it's just not going to work. And my self-fulfilling prophecy, I was fitting too much into my days and my week. And being a stray day here in Australia this week, we had an stray day holiday. And we went to the coast for 2 nights. And heading to the coast, coming back late on Tuesday afternoon means that my weekend period, although my hours are all over the show compared to the traditional week/weekend style of living, ended up meaning that I had less days in the office this week. I sort of clustered everything together. And so by the time I got around to going to Thai on Wednesday, I was sort of in my head with the things that I haven't done, the things that I needed to do, all of these things that weren't there, but were there. I was bringing them there. And we were going through the rounds, and I was in a very sympathetic state, which is more fight or flight, so to speak, as opposed to parasympathetic, which might be more of a flow space, is an easy way to think about it. And I found myself short of breath. I found myself gassing out through 2-minute rounds. We were doing 10 rounds, and I was probably 6 in, maybe 7 in, and Mitch stops me. He's like, you got a choice here, like, you know, and it's okay either way. Hey, like, I don't mind. You can stop and we can do something else, or you can keep going. And I was like, no, we'll keep going. Not for the sake of trying to keep going. I'm not trying, I'm going to push through this. It wasn't that. It was, no, I'm going to use this exercise that we're doing, it doesn't matter what exercise we fucking do, give or take. This is what we're doing, and this is what I've decided to do, but I'm going to continue to work on my focus and my breathing and my state. That's what I'm doing, right? And then continue to move through it. Got to the end, and we've been really good mates for a very long time. We chatted, and we're talking about the ups and downs, and then the ins and outs, literally in and out, of the session. And then he's like, "Fuck, man," he goes, "when you let go, you've got some power." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's probably a bit more of an analogy for life, hey?" And we laughed. He was referring to a round kick. My point there being is that sentence is fitting for every single person. When we let go, we step into our power. Now, our power can sometimes sound corny or wanky or insert a different word with that, right? But what that really means when we step into our power is we start to give ourselves permission to just adapt and respond to the moment with backing ourselves and trusting ourselves. It's almost actually like we don't need to trust ourselves. It comes like, why the fuck would I need to trust myself? This is me here now as I am, and this is what I'm doing. Because trusting ourselves, even though it's not bad advice, presupposes that maybe you won't. And so the beautiful thing here is that when we let go, it's almost like surrendering. When we can surrender and come to the moment, that's when we become powerful. That's when we become flexible, adaptable. That's when we start to change. When we hold on to this idea of how it should be, what I should be doing, how I could be doing it, where I could be going, all of this fucking chitter chatter in the mind, in the monkey mind, it makes us weak. It makes us rigid. It makes us predictable. When we can relax, when we let go and be in a space of non-attachment to what occurs and what arises, that's powerful. So my offer for you is to catch how often you catch yourself trying to figure it out, trying to make it happen, trying to get your desire, holding on to a particular outcome. And when you get that, let go of it, release it, and just let it come as it is rather than the way that you think it should be. That's a challenge for some people. Fucking struggle with that. And if that's where you struggle, that's where your work is. And that's where your power lays. And on that note, team, I'm done. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you found this podcast beneficial, it would mean the world to me if you'd pass it on to someone else that you think would also find it beneficial. If you haven't already, then make sure you jump on Beyond the Matrix on Facebook. It's a free group. I'm in there saying, hey, what's up each week. Check out my book, Minding Yourself. You can get it online anywhere at the moment, and hopefully in stores in the next couple of months as well, America and Australia. And that's me done. I'm out. Until tomorrow, peace and pizza. Kick today in the dick. Slay the dragon. I'll see you soon.
To be everything at once, be unblinded, be unlearned, be unbridled and unburned.